Jerry, let's go see Sally Good.
Oh man, it's that time again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. In fact, wherever you're listening on this place we call home, welcome once again to Honky Tonkin. This is show number 7. And I'm DJ Mouseman's in all the way from London town. And in this special show, we're going to be paying tribute a whole hour to the music called Western Swing. Yes, Western Swing, the music which is almost now 70 years old, or probably older, probably 75 years old. It is one of the greatest, it's the Rolls Royce of Western music. And in this special show, we're going to be researching a lot of that great music. It's all going to be really good swinging stuff too. No rubbish coming your way in this next hour. So, if you're a fan of rock and roll, rockabilly, in fact any sort of music from that era, I think you're going to love this show. We're going to go right back to the 40s and to the golden artists of Western swing music. So stand by. Kicking off the show, here's Liam McAuliffe and Guitar Stomp. Yes, the great guitar stomp there. One of the best steel guitar players ever, Mr. Leon McAuliffe. And he is also going to be featured on many of the Bob Wills songs we got coming up in this show. This is a Western Swing special where we're focusing on a lot of that great music that came out of the southern states, especially around the Texas area and in California sometime in the late 30s, mostly in the 1940s and well into the mid-1950s. It was a 20-year period, Western Swing, and it was massive. Here is one of the stars of that movement.
I got a gal and you got none, little Liza Jane. I got a gal and you got none, little Liza Jane. Oh, Liza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Liza, little Liza Jane.
Look out, Liza, here comes Ow! Oh!
Come, my love, and live with me, little Liza Jane. I will take good care cakes, little Liza Jane. Crave my ham and buckwheat cakes, little Liza Jane. Oh, Liza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Liza, little Liza Jane.
Oh, look out there, Don. Come on here, man. Let's hear you play that little clarinet.
House and lot in Baltimore, little Liza Jane. Lots of children around the door, little Liza Jane. Oh, Liza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Liza, little Liza Jane.
Little Liza Jane there. We're going to dedicate that one out there. Hope she's listening. Her Royal Highness, Little Lisa, Little Liz, Little Liz. We know her affectionately as Dizzy Lizzie. That's for you, my sweetheart. And that was Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys, Little Liza Jane. Of course, Bob Wills being one of the huge artists of Western swing music. There'll be more from Bob and other featured artists in his band coming up in this show. Right, let's move on and let's do some songs about the South and the East and the West and everything else. And blah, 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 blah. I'm mumbling on to myself here. It's our Western Swing Special. We're Honky Tonkin, Show 7.
Let's go down to Alabama and let's go see my dear old mammy. Fried eggs and cooking ham, and that's what I like about the South. She's got baked ribs and candy yam, sugar-cured Virginia ham, cellar full of those berry jams, and that's what I like about the South. That's where your nerves are never shaking, where you making no mistaking. You should taste that layer cake. You say that's what I like about the South. Down where the trees grow tall, where everybody says you walk. You walk right in with that southern drawl, and that's what I like about the South. Comes old parson with all the news, box back coat and button shoes, all paid up with his union dues, and that's what I like about the South. Now tell me, honey, tell me, please, is this love a heart disease? Got me shaking in my knees, and that's what I like about the South. Now every time I pass your door, you act like you don't want me no more. If you just raise your hand and sigh, I'll go trucking right on by.
That's what I like about the South. Cliff Bruner there telling you his little story and rendition of what was going on in his neck of the woods. Straight away, we're going to move quickly on. Here comes Tex Williams telling you what he likes about the West. This is where the musicianship becomes second to none. Check this out.
Now, a fella asked me the other day what I liked about the West. So I got together my arguments to prove that it's the best. I called the mayor, the chief of police, and even the governor's home to get the facts to back me up, and here's what they said on the phone. We got buffalo, deer, T-bone steaks, fruits, fish, and fowl. Wine and grapes, figs and dates, a chamber of commerce smiled. Liquid sunshine, legal moonshine, Reno, Frisco, Tahoe. Man, you name it, and if we ain't got it, we'll get it. That's what I like about the West. That's what I like about the West. You can prove that you're a man, drinking fruit juice from a can. Ride 'em, cowboy, ride that pony west. You can take a gal to a picture show, but the place to build morale is to take her for a moonlight stroll behind the old corral. Things down there are rootin' and tootin', there's fightin' and feudin' and stuff. A prowlin' stranger can cause a shootin', for enough of a thing's enough. That's what I like about the West. That's what I like about the West. Steal a gal, they're on the loose. Steal a horse, you'll get the news. Ride 'em, cowboy, ride that pony west. I met a gal at a rodeo and we took a ride that night. We saw a stack of new mown hay, man, you can see my plight. She said let's sit, so we schmurred and purred, and finally to top it off, I got myself a mate for life, man, I just couldn't help myself. That's what I like about the West. That's what I like about the West. Get a ranch, start laughing new, instead of pitching hay, pitch woo. Ride 'em, cowboy, ride that pony west.
Man, where'd that harp come from at the end there? I didn't hear that all the way through the song. Beautifully constructed and fantastically played. And Tex Williams. And that's what I like about the West. Tex Williams, of course, being one of the lead vocalists in the Spade Cooley band, of which Spade Cooley is going to be the featured artist a bit later on in this show. We're going to do 3 in a row from Spade Cooley and his orchestra. And we'll talk a little bit about him, his life, his sudden demise and everything else. So that's coming up in the next part of this show, which is in just a little while or whatever. Right, yes, our mouse band's in all the way from London town. This is Honky Tonkin, show number 7, where we are focusing on the music of that great music I love, and I hope you do too. It was called Western Swing, and it was massive. Let's do some more. Here comes Hank Penny. More fantastic music. Here we go. Let's do it. Come on, Hank.
Now, a long, long time ago, as everyone should know, well, Adam slept beneath an apple tree. Now, an angel came one day and took one rib away and made a woman out of it for Adam's company. Well, I had an x-ray taken, and the doctor, he told me, he said, son, you got one rib missing in your anatomy. Well, I feel so sad, and I want my rib so bad. Now, you know, they took it from me when I was just a kid, you see. I'll bet she's growed up now, just as pretty as she can be. Bring back, oh, bring back my lost rib to me. You know, I just feel so sad, and I want my rib so bad. I'll just keep on searching till I find my rib somehow. And when I do, I hope that I don't find it in a cow. Bring back my lost rib to me. You know, I just feel so sad, and I want my rib so bad. All the girls I go with say I'm fresh as I can be, but I am only searching for the rib that belongs to me. Bring back my lost rib to me. Well, sir, I just feel so sad, and I want my rib so bad. There's a girl that I was a dancing with, said I told her a fib. She said she caught me a searching where there wasn't any rib. Bring back, bring back, bring back my lost rib to me.
Oh yeah, bring back my lost rib to me, Mr. Hank Penny there. We're moving on with this wonderful music. We're going to keep on plodding down this lovely road we call the Western Swing. Here's a request.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a big fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men could never put Humpty together again. I've got a Humpty Dumpty heart. He dropped it and broke it apart. All the king's horses, all the king's men could never put it together again. 'Cause when I gave to you my heart, you said that we must part. That was my doom. My heart went boom. I got a Humpty Dumpty heart. A heart is a fragile thing. When dropped, it won't bounce or ring. It ain't no joke, 'cause when it's broke, no love song will it sing. I've got a Humpty Dumpty heart. You dropped it and broke it apart. All the king's horses, all the king's men could never put it together again. 'Cause when I gave to you my heart, you said that we must part. That was my doom. My heart went boom. I got a Humpty Dumpty heart. I didn't think you were that sort when I handed you my heart. You got it on a platter, but you let it shatter my Humpty Dumpty heart. I've got a Humpty Dumpty heart. You dropped it and broke it apart. All the king's horses, all the king's men could never put it together again. 'Cause when I gave to you my heart, you said that we must part. That was my doom. My heart went boom. I got a Humpty Dumpty heart.
Yeah, two Hanks side by side on our Western Swing special here. Before that was I Want My Rib Back by Hank Penny. And there you have the smooth, beautiful voice of Hank Thompson and his Humpty Dumpty heart, which we're going to dedicate to Mr. Chris Plows, who's somewhere up there in the Highlands or north of the border, probably floating in the stratosphere up there. But that's for you, Chris, and I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm sure that's for you. I've not read my request list that was out on Facebook the other day, but I'm sure it's your one. And if it isn't your one, then it's for you anyway, me old mate. Right, what are we going to do? I'll tell you what. This is Mr. Al Dexter. This is all about wine, women, and song.
I've lived in the north, I lived in the south, I lived in the city and I traveled in and out. I made good money but it didn't last long. My only troubles were wine, women, and song. I've got 'em, I've had 'em, Lord, Lord, Lordy, I've got 'em now. Now I had a brother done the very same thing. He worked all the winter, got paid in the spring. And when Papa asked him where his money had gone, all he could say is wine, women, and song. He's got 'em, he's had 'em, Lord, Lord, Lordy, he's got 'em now. Come to her town. He had liquor and he passed it around. When I woke, my money was gone. All I can say is wine, women, and song. I've got 'em, I've had 'em, Lord, Lord, Lordy, I've got 'em now. Now I went slumming just to have some fun. I met a little girl and she called me hun. She took my money, now she is gone. She left me singing wine, women, and song. I've got 'em, I've had 'em. Lord, Lord, Lordy, I've got 'em now. My song. Keep your money in your pocket and you can't go wrong. Don't go slumming 'cause it won't take long. If you go to mixing wine, women, and song, you get 'em, you got 'em. Lord, 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 you got 'em now. Now old Al Dexter done the very same thing. He worked all the winter, got paid in the spring. And when his papa asked him where his money had gone, all he could say is wine, women, and song. He's got 'em, he's had 'em. Lord, 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 you can have 'em now.
Yeah, Al Dexter and Wine, Woman and Song. Didn't Al Dexter do some rockabilly stuff, or am I confusing him with somebody else? Name rings a bell. I'm going to have a look into that. Welcome to Honky Tonkin, show number 7 on Mouse Man's Inn. We're doing a Western Swing special. I just want to put out a request here for people from Japan, mainly around Osaka and Tokyo area, especially Big Bob and my good friend Go out there, man. So I'm going to play something for you guys. I hope you're going to like this one. I love this. Listen to this, man. Konnichiwa. Let's do it. Honky Tonkin, Western style. Let's do it.
I got a gal long and tall, sweet as she can be. What she's got nobody knows, but it goes all right with me. I'm crazy about Nancy Jane. Oh, crazy about Nancy Jane. When she starts loving, she'll make the hit with me. She don't wear no fine clothes, she ain't fine to see. What she's got nobody knows, but it goes all right with me. I'm crazy about Nancy Jane, oh crazy about Nancy Jane. When she starts loving, she'll make the hit with me. She don't have no girlfriends, she don't run around. When she starts to do her stuff, she make a mule kick a stable down. I'm crazy about Nancy Jane, oh crazy about Nancy Jane. When she starts loving, she'll make the hit with me. She don't go auto riding, she don't think she's cute. When you go out with that gal, you better wear your armored suit. I'm crazy about Nancy Jane, oh crazy about Nancy Jane. When she starts loving, she'll make the hit with me. Went out walking the other day, sat down in the dirt. My heart got to jumping and it got so hot I burned a hole in my undershirt. I'm crazy about Nancy Jane, oh crazy about Nancy Jane. When she starts loving, she'll make the hit with me.
Yeah, Tommy Duncan there and Nancy Jane. Beautiful. Bit of hillbilly jazz creeping into that song there as well. Right, here we go. Moving on our Western Swing special here. What we're going to do here is a song I've been loving over the last few months. It's another Tex Williams song. I love Tex's voice. It's got that... You remember these guys just sang into a microphone. There was none of this mixing and going on like we got today, multi-tracking. All the stuff you're listening to was recorded probably with no more than 2 or 3 microphones and everyone taking their turn. It was that good. You had to be that good to play this sort of music. You had to turn up, deliver, and that was it, done in 1 or 2 takes. And Tex Williams' voice just comes across beautifully. I love the way he sings. And here's one of my favourite Tex Williams songs. And anyone that's been to Texas will understand what this guy's talking about. So, talking about Texans, let's go to Dallas, Texas. Rob's Chop Shop, me old mate who cuts my hair on stage. This is for you, Tex Williams. This could be a club classic, I'm telling you. Oh, man.
Amarillo, San Antone, any old place, I just call it my home. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Dallas, Fort Worth, San Angelo, Houston, Austin, or El Paso, I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. It's there I know my place is. You see only smiling faces, and so, partner, the rest of the world's not worth a pound of good old Texas dirt. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Corpus Christi, Del Rio, west of the Pecos or Old Waco, I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Sweetwater, Beaumont, or Wichita Falls, Port Arthur, Brownville, I hear you call. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Where the tumbleweeds are growing, I know it's there that I am going to stay. I've been a Texan since my birth, no place like it on this earth. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. I've been a Texan since my birth, no place like it on this earth. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul.
Yeah, I love it. Tex Williams, and I've got Texas in my soul. I'm going to play that and play that and play that till I can't play it no more. Could be a club hit. Someone played it. It's a great jiver. Talking about club hits, going back to when I was started rocking, man, sort of like, I won't tell you when, but anyway, when I was growing up, subconsciously there was a lot of Western swing being played in the clubs back then. You know, it was just part of what was being played, but it was there, man. We were listening to it without even realising what it actually was, you know. So and one of the exponents, one of the most famous Western swing songs was this one.
Rock, rock,
To the plantation boogie,
hop, hop,
to the plantation boogie,
roll, roll,
to the plantation boogie,
jump, jump.
to the plantation boogie. Oh, the plantation boogie is an old-fashioned boogie with the
Brand new cotton picking beat.
You gotta get the cotton, you gotta get the grain, you gotta get the sugar from the sugar cane. You gotta get the taters, you gotta bend your knees, you gotta put the black eyes into the peas. And when the work is done, you'll have a lot of fun. It's plantation boogie tonight.
Rock, rock,
To the plantation boogie,
hop, hop,
to the plantation boogie,
roll, roll,
to the plantation boogie,
jump, jump.
to the plantation boogie. Oh, the plantation boogie is an old-fashioned boogie with the
Brand new cotton picking beat.
sing,
to the plantation boogie.
we'll swing
to the plantation boogie.
and cling
to the plantation boogie.
at the plantation boogie tonight. Ain't none too small, ain't none too tall. Come one, come all, have fun, let's ball. Don't run, just crawl at the plantation boogie tonight.
Rock, rock,
To the plantation boogie,
hop, hop,
to the plantation boogie,
roll, roll,
to the plantation boogie,
jump, jump.
to the plantation boogie. Oh, the plantation boogie is an old-fashioned boogie with a brand new cotton picking beat.
Do you remember that? The Plantation Boogie. One of the Western Swing Kings, and his name is appropriately so, Peewee King. We're going to do two in a row because they were smash club hits. Western Swing did make a fantastic impact on our scene back in them days. Two
I don't mind the springtime,
in a row.
I don't mind the fall, I don't mind the winter, I don't mind it all. I don't mind the weather, I don't mind it ever, I don't mind as long as I have.
I don't mind the stormy weather,
I don't mind the sunshine, I don't mind the dew, I don't mind the shower, I don't mind a few. I don't mind your father, I don't mind your mother, I don't mind as long as I have you.
I don't mind a wedding, I don't mind the ring, I don't mind the church bells, I don't mind a thing. I don't mind your money, I don't mind it, honey, I don't mind as long as I have you.
I don't mind a movie, I don't mind a dance, I don't mind a quarrel, I don't mind romance, I don't mind a hayride, I don't mind a sleigh ride, I don't mind as long as I have.
I don't mind another chorus,
I don't mind the springtime, I don't mind the fall, I don't mind the winter, I don't mind it all. I don't mind the weather, I don't mind it ever, I don't mind as long as I have, I don't mind as long as I have you.
Yeah, two of the probably the most famous Western swing songs we've heard played in the clubs. First up there was Plantation Boogie, and secondly there was I Don't Mind from the Peewee King Band. Right, here on Honky Tonkin. Once again, if you just tuned in, you shouldn't have tuned in because you can't just tune in the middle on these podcasts. But anyway, it's a radio show. It's good to be here. We're doing a Western Swing special, and we're going to turn around now to our featured artist on the this special show, and it's going to be Spade Cooley. A lot of you probably know about him. We're going to do 2 or 3 of his songs right now, 2 or 3 of his records. A little bit about Spade. He was born in Grande, Oklahoma in 1910, and he was actually part Cherokee descent. So his name was Donnell Clyde Cooley, and he got the nickname Spade after a remarkable run of spades in a poker game one night. And well, so rumour has it, but that's how he got his name. Both his father and grandfather were fantastic fiddlers. He come from a fiddling family, yeah, like me. And he also studied classical cello at school. So he had a remarkable ear for music and knew how to construct things, as you'll find out in his songs in just a minute or so. He moved to Hollywood in 1937, and by 1941 he was a member of the Carl Shrums band, and that's where he got his start. after 2 or 3 years of doing all sorts of gigs in and around the area and all across the US. In 1944, he'd formed his own band at last, the Spade Cooley Orchestra, with the man you've heard already, Tex Williams on vocals. And he recorded this lovely, lovely song for Columbia Records in 1944. And it turned out to be Spade Cooley's biggest ever hit. And millions of people recorded it, or thousands anyway. Here is the first big hit for Spade Cooley and his orchestra, and Shame on You, which came to haunt him, as you will find out later.
Shame, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Gave my heart as a token, when returned it was broken. Hide your face, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Took my car and my money, done me wrong and that ain't funny. Woe is me, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Two can play your little game, you'll find out who was to blame. Darn your hide, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Ran around with other guys, tried to lie when I got wise. Foolish girl, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Shame, shame on you. Can you hold your head up high? Look your friends right in the eye. No, you can't. Shame on you.
Oh, lady. Shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you. Yeah, Mr. Tex Williams there, Mr. Tex Williams, with the Spade Cooley Band, 1944, and Shame on You. Now, after a couple of more years in 1946, after an argument, Tex Williams actually left the band, and he actually took most of the musicians with him, which really angered Spade, who wasn't the easiest of men to get along with, to be honest with you. With his drinking problems, he could be quite hard to deal with. So many musicians came and went through Spade's band, many musicians and vocalists, including other vocalists like Smokey Rogers and Deuce Spriggins. Anyway, by 1948, after signing to RCA Victor, Spade was really on top at this special time in his career. Spade started a weekly TV show on KTLA television in Los Angeles. This actually ran for almost a decade. It was a 10-year show with all sorts of country artists, and people like Hank Penny and people like that were made overnight stars on this very show. And this topped the TV rating charts for, like I say, every week for nearly 10 years. So Spade was well and truly on the way, making some fantastic records. On a bit of a detour, you could say. More from Spade Cooley, our featured artist.
Headed down life's crooked road, lots of things I never knowed, and because of me not knowing, I now pine. Trouble got in the trail, spent the next 5 years in jail. Should have read that that detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, paid no mind to what it said. Detour, all these bitter things I find should have read that detour sign. When I got right to the place where it said about face, I thought all my worries were behind. But the further I go, the more sorrow I know. Should have read that detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, paid no mind to what it said. Detour, all these bitter things I find should have read that detour sign. Got stuck in the mud, all my hopes dropped with a thud. I reckon my heartstrings are made of twine. I got no willpower to get from the hole that I'm in yet. Should have read that detour sign. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, paid no mind to what it said. Detour, all these bitter things I find should have read, Lord, should have read that detour sign.
Yeah, Detour, the Spade Cooley Orchestra, focusing on a little bit about the man himself and his short career, which only musically, if you start counting the years he was recording songs, probably only 12 years in all when he made all that great music, sometime from about 1943 to 55, because by 1955, his recording career was actually over. He didn't record many songs after that. And his TV career was actually over by 1958. So into the early 1960s, and his drinking was worsening, and his mood swings were turning more violent. And one day in April 1961, he had a heated argument with his wife, who was Ella May, his wife, and they had a violent fight at home, and a lot of violence ensued, and she died that night from wounds inflicted from Spade. And he was charged with murder on April 25th, 1961, and he got life imprisonment for the murder of his wife. So that song, Shame on You, did actually come back to haunt him quite a lot. Anyway, talking about the music, which is more about what we're talking about here. The music of Spade Cooley is fantastic. If you wanted to play in his band, you had to be top of the tree. There was no amateurs involved with Spade's music, as this song will now proudly proclaim. This is amazing. Spade at his finest. Here we go. Now you see what I mean. Had to clear my throat again. The Spade Cooley Orchestra, and you, like I say, you had to play really good to be in Spade's band. Dedicating the 3 Spade Cooley songs to my good friend Terry Clancy. He did ask for one, I didn't get around to it, so I'll give the whole of this segment of the show to my mate Terry up there in North London. Hope you're listening, Terry. This is especially for you, these 3 Spade Cooley songs. Just to mention, Spade, like I said, he got life imprisonment in 1961 for the murder of his wife Ella. He was paroled in 1969, and he was allowed to come out and do a show at the Sheriff's Association in Oakland. And he actually did the show. Shortly after leaving the stage, he had a heart attack and actually died backstage that night in 1969. So, yes, a sad demise for one of the greatest artists of Western Swing, and that's how it goes in life sometimes. It isn't always rosy, but he did leave behind a legacy of fantastic music. The fantastic Spade Cooley and his orchestra. If you need to know any more about him, I'm sure you know what to do by now. You just Google it or go to Wikipedia or whatever it is, and there's tons and tons of stuff and music and photos of Spade Cooley. So take a look on there. So, right, what are we doing? Yes, I'm going to do this. Did the Man in the Moon Come from Texas? One of my favourite songs. Old Rasmussen.
Well, did the man in the moon come from Texas? Teddy, sing it pretty.
Did the man in the moon come from Texas?
I don't know, Teddy.
He shines down on lovers every night.
Oh, boy.
And when he shines above, the night's just made for love. I'll bet he's happy up there so bright.
Oh,
Did the man in the moon come from Texas? We'll climb a ladder made of stars to see. Did the man in the moon come from Texas? That is where I long to be. With him up above to help us with our love. We'd be happy with his light so bright. Did the man in the moon come from Texas? I wish that we were with him there, you see. Did the man in the moon come from Texas?
Well, I don't
That
know.
is where my heart will always be.
Well, let's little boy, play it pretty.
With our love, we'd be happy with his light so bright.
Yes, Teddy.
Did the man in the moon come from Texas? We'll climb a ladder made of stars and see. Yes, the man in the moon come from Texas. That is where my heart will always be.
Oh, yeah, one of the other rising stars of Western Swing music, Old Rasmussen there. And did the Man in the Moon come from Texas? Well, someone came from Texas, and it probably was the Man in the Moon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a Honky Tonkin show. Oh, sorry, it's never a Honky Tonkin show unless we do have a Hank Williams song in it. That's the rule. Every Honky Tonkin show has to have a Hank song. I might run out of Hank songs one day, but not on this one. We're going to do a great up-tempo song from Hank. It involves a fly and a mule, and it goes out to Belfast Brian. We were talking about this in the pub the other night. So, here we go. A nice swinging song from Hank Williams and Fly Trouble.
Did you ever sit straight up in bed with something circling around your head and you swat at it as it whizzes by and it's just one pesky little fly? You shake your head and twitch your nose and settle down to sweet repose. Then when you're just about to doze, fly trouble. Buzz, buzz, buzz goes that busy little fly. Buzz, 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 he's taking off and high. You roll the paper nice and tight and you wait around for him to light. But there's a fly that's a living right. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Now the toughest hide grows on a mule, 'cause he's a balky, stubborn fool. He likes to look at you and glare and never even move a hair. But when his muscles start to twitch and when his tail begins to switch, that mule ain't bothered with the itch. Fly trouble. Buzz, buzz, buzz goes that busy little Pez. Buzz, 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 that mule can't get no rest. He shakes his head and bats his eye and kicks his heels up to the sky. Did you ever see a jassack cry? Buzz, buzz, buzz. You pick a perfect night in June when flowers are blooming neath the moon. Your light of love is burning bright and you tell yourself tonight's the night. You brace yourself and your courage grows, and on your knees where you will propose when something bites you on the nose. Fly trouble. Buzz, buzz, buzz goes that busy little thing. Buzz, 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 you swat and lose the ring. You fan the air as he goes by and stick your finger in your eye. Hit everything except that fly. Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Yeah, one of the very few songs with drums in it. Someone banging around in the background there on Fly Trouble, which also proves that Hank, it wasn't all gloom and doom with Hank. He could write a humorous tune, and there he did, Fly Trouble. Right, what we got here? Well, we're running out of time here on this Western Swing Special. I'm having such a good time. I'll tell you what, let's do one or two more then. It's been a real... I've enjoyed this show because I genuinely love this music. I don't always play it. You don't even usually get the chance to, but it's been nice. It's only been an hour out of our existence, and so I've enjoyed it. I hope you have. So, running out of time, let's do a song about, beer. Beer's good. Let's raise our glasses to the sky. It's been our Western Swing Special here on Honky Tonkin. I'm Mouseman's in from London. And maybe one or two more. There's a song from Bill Boyd and the Boys, and Drink the Barrel Dry. Delving into the much earlier sound of Western Swing, where it all started.
Come on and raise your beer glass to the sky and let the whole world know the reason why you're a very merry, happy time. Come on and help us drink the beer barrel dry. Drink, 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 drink the beer barrel dry. Drink, 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 drink the beer barrel dry. So get another mug and give your girl a hug, and then just drink, 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 drink the beer barrel dry. Oh, drink the beer barrel dry.
Yes, indeed, beer. Drink the beer barrel dry with tinges of George Formby coming through there somewhere in the middle. Well, it's all related somewhere down the line. And that was Bill Boyd. We're coming to the end of this Honky Tonkin show, number 7. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're going to do one more song. It's from Hank Penny and his orchestra. You've got Mel Travis picking the guitar in the background here. And the steel guitarist here is Noel Boggs. Noel Boggs is one of my favourite steel guitar players. Apparently reputed to be the first steel guitar player to stick a little pickup just underneath the strings and stick it into an amp and amplify the steel guitar. So listen now to the very last song here on this Western Swing special. This song just proves to you how brilliant these musicians were. Walk in the room, plug in and play. Let's do it.
Now here's Noel Boggs with the steel guitar stomp. Take it away, Noel. Yes, take it away, boy. All right, it's son. Yes, yes. Fine going, boy. Come in here, Harold, with that fiddle now. Show it out, son. Yeah. Get wild, son. Get wild. Watch out, here comes Merle now. Take it out, Merle. Oh, pick that box, boy. Pick that box, yes. Yeah, boy. Fine, Merle. Come in here, Frankie, with that accordion, son. All right, Noel, let's go, son. Yes, wrap it up, wrap it up. All right, all right.
The steel guitar stomp. Well, thanks everyone for staying tuned to this wonderful show. I was really nervous about doing this Western Swing show because I really wanted it to be good, and I hope it has been. So there we go. We've done a great, honest tribute to a great music. So that's about it for me. We're running out of time. I'll see you all again soon.
Here, let's go see Sally Good.
Man, oh man, oh man. I'm going to have a cup of coffee now. Anyway, once again, thanks for listening, Honky Tonkers. Show number 8 will be out next week. Listen to me on Facebook on Mouseman's Inn. Until then, Honky Tonkers, thanks very much and goodbye.